Welcome to Beachside Bros. I'm Ken. I'm not Damon. Dame's just coming back from Jamaica. Had to go to a wedding. Damn his luck. So anyway, I'm going to fly solo this week, and I'm going to do something that really wanted to do, and that's Cajun pork butt. So we're doing our smoked Cajun pork butt. It is a super simple recipe. I tried to play around with it a little bit last week with some country style ribs. It turned out fantastic, so I thought I would do it today with a pork butt. We had a good deal at the store on pork butt, so I went ahead and bought one and thought I'd practice that. So again, super simple. What we're going to use as our base is a little bit of roasted garlic. This is the jarred stuff. I didn't have time to mess around with smoking it myself, even though it's really easy to do. And then we're just going to hit it with a little bit of Louisiana Crystal's hot sauce, and that's going to be our binder. So that's about enough. I did it the other week with one of those hot sauces, and it was a little too fiery, so I thought I'd just go with Crystals and garlic today. So we're just going to rub this in, and if you don't mind having some garlic on your fingers and some hot stuff, don't use gloves, but I figured that it'd be a little easier to keep the stench off than with the rubber gloves. So these are always handy, and again, keep your fingers clean, fingernails clean, all that good stuff. So we got our garlic rubbed on. Jen, can you see? We're all good to go there. And from here, I'm just going to take this guy off, shoot some garlic all over the house, and we're going to just rub him up. And this is 2 tablespoons of no salt Cajun spice that I got at the store. There's a local store here that does no salt. And with the garlic that we've got on here, you really don't need it. Also has a tablespoon of sugar and about a tablespoon of smoked paprika, and that's our rub. And Jen just the production crew is knocking things around. So let's flip this butt over. We want to make sure we get all sides. And I trimmed him up a little. He didn't need a whole lot of trimming. I took the fat cap off. It came off in about 4 or 5 cuts. So we're going to let this guy sit and let this spice rub just like you would any normal pork butt that you're cooking. Let this soak in and sweat in. And our grill is good and hot. We've got all our dirty smoke off of there and should be good to go. It's actually a little bit too hot. It's getting up about 300 degrees. It's at 297 now. I've got our little thermo smoke, or was it Thermapin? The same people that make Thermapin and all that stuff. Our temperature probe. Let's make sure we got everything here. We do. So I'm going to let this guy, like I said, sweat in, and we'll put him on the grill here in just a second. I'm told to smile. I'm going to smile. So we'll see you right back here in about 15 minutes down by the grill. So we got our grill ready to go. We're running a little bit hot. I'm going to gauge that down here in just a few minutes with the openings, but we want to go ahead and get him on or he's never going to get done. So we're going to smoke this guy for a couple hours, and then we're going to end up putting him in a tray with a little bit of bath of chicken stock and barbecue sauce and a little bit of bourbon. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get our guy on. You can see we got that dirty smoke is all gone. And we're going to go ahead and put this guy on, and I'm just going to, let's just do it with this so it don't get all messy. Just going to plop him out. This is the fat side, the fat cap. And again, this opening up is going to let out some of that heat. It'll build back up. We should be good to go. So we're going to check him in about 2 hours. It's 1 o'clock, 1:15 now. So we'll check him in about 2 hours or so. 3 hours, see what his temperature is. Oh, speaking of temperature, we won't know what his temperature is unless we put in the probe. We want to make sure that we're away from the bone, which is literally right there. We want to be down in here. Get that probe in there so we know what's going on. And we will check back here in just a few minutes. So I thought I would make up a little remoulade sauce real quick. Recipe will be in the description, but I thought I would show you what I did. We took a little bit of that Cajun rub that I put on the pork butt, along with a big heaping tablespoon of sweet relish, a couple of tablespoons of dill pickle juice, and some grinds of pepper. And then from there, a big heaping dollop or two of mayonnaise. And you know, there's a zillion recipes out there for remoulade. You can make it as spicy as you want. That one I made wasn't that spicy. I may hit it with a little bit of that same hot sauce that I used on the butt as well. Let's go ahead and do that. You could also chop up some parsley in here if you wanted. There, like I said, there's all kinds of recipes out there for remoulade. And remoulade is normally red. And you can see that Cajun spice rub that we created. And then the dill pickle juice is going to thin out that mayonnaise. And we got a nice little remoulade to put on our pork butt, however we want to serve it up, either in a sandwich or just by itself or over a little salad. Let's see what kind of work we did here. That's good. A little mayonnaise. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of hot sauce. And we should be just about right. Perfect. All right, so we're done. We're shredding this guy. He cooked for about, I don't know, about 4 hours total. 2 hours in the smoke and another 2 hours, 3 hours in the pan here. The meat got to about 205, and it's just about done. I will tell you that the meat right around the knuckle of the bone pulled out super clean. You can see that, but the meat around the knuckle was still kind of tough. I was a little bit surprised. So we're just shredding this guy up, kind of pulling him out, we let him rest for a good 10-15 minutes, and in that 10-15 minutes we had a lot of technical difficulties. So we're fighting through that. The other thing that we did is we took, and this is, you can see, this is super juicy, and I'm using my neoprene gloves, and I'm not worried about the heat. It got up, again, 205. It's not, you know, super hot, but I did use my fat separator on this, and I'm not sure I'm actually going to need it, but it seems like we really should pour a little bit of that jus in here. So you can see the fat separator, there's not a lot of fat in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of that on there. And we're going to use, I'm just going to use one hand for this guy. Sink. And I pulled out the remoulade, and I'm going to put a little bit on a plate. And let's see how we did. Got some spray over here. And I'll do my best not to take a giant bite. A little bit of that remoulade. And let's see how we did. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? That looks like it was gonna be a giant bite, so I'm gonna go with another bite. Mayonaise sauce. That's hard not to go into another bite. Jen's over there, so your eyes naturally follow. That's really good. So, super easy. Again, hot sauce, some roasted garlic, remoulade, pickles, mayonnaise, pickle juice, hot sauce, and a little bit of that dry rub that we put on there. And then you just be patient, and it's fantastic. Super easy, a little bit of time, and I got a smile. Let me push my glasses up. And hey, follow us, like us. I wish Damon was here for this. Like us, click the button, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Beachside Bros Jacks. This is what we do. Come back again.